Pisces, the person on your mind this week, how do they feel? What are their intentions? What are their actions? This will not resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave the rest. Switch the rules if you have to. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't force it. If it's too confusing, it's not your reading. So, Pisces, their feelings. Four of Swords. Some of you are not even in communication. Their intentions, the King of Wands, and their actions, the Six of Pentacles. Why the Six of Pentacles? The Ten of Swords. All right, Pisces, you guys may be in a separation. Your person may be on vacation. There is a distance here. They're taking a break. They're exhausted, maybe because of you, maybe because of their own life. The intentions are they're very passionate. Just because you guys aren't communicating, just because you're not seeing each other, just because there's some space doesn't mean that the spark is gone. This is someone who intentions would be to come towards you, but those are intentions. Action, Six of Pentacles, have an equal give and take, but at the same time, I don't know what happened in this connection, but it feels like it's been pretty rough. I say that because I'm seeing a betrayal or some type of very um a deep hurt. The Ten of Swords represents the ultimate betrayal. It feels like having a balanced situation is something that's nearly impossible, or um it almost feels like very one-sided even. I will say that. How do you feel about them, Pisces? What is your energy towards this person? Eight of Cups, you walked away, you're walking away, you're leaving this behind. This is someone you really cared about, but you feel like you need to leave this. Why? The Lovers. There could have been like a choice you had to make. It could have been two options here. Some of you may feel like when all is said and done, like when reality hits, when because Pisces, we are, I say we because my rising is in Pisces, we tend to fantasize and be very dreamy and put people on a pedestal. But it almost feels like, I'm not saying what you felt or what you had with this person was just like a fantasy. You possibly did have like a deep connection, but when all is said and done, and when you look at the situation, like when you disconnect the emotional and um look at it in a more rational way, you realize that something here didn't make sense, and this is why you need to leave this, because there's something that wasn't adding up. um you guys could have been on different frequency or had different goals even. Let me get one more. Why isn't this situation working? Why is everyone walking away? Why did it end? What is the main, like, Three of Swords? Could have been a third party situation. Broken heart, broken trust, frustration after frustration. um it's almost like, could have felt like you wasted a lot of time, or someone felt they wasted a lot of time and nothing came out of it, nothing good came out of it. Someone may feel like they can't really even trust the other. I will even say this is very, very, very specific, but this is, if this is a third party situation, you, like, I'll give you an example. If you left your significant other and you went towards this person, they may have been trying to, you may have, not that you use them, but there's almost like this void that they were filling. But at the end of the day, if that void is empty, you can't the person is never going to fill that void. And that's where the fantasy or the dreamy or the kind of like the illusion takes place, where you realize, like, when you look at it rationally, you realize like they're not really doing it for you, and this actually caused more problems than anything else. That's what that feels like, but that's very specific. That's not for everyone. um let me get a little bit more specific. Or what else can we get? What's the tea between Pisces and this person? Groupie. Could be a lot of people. I'm also getting, like, with this groupie, a bit of immaturity. Someone could be like a drama queen. Maybe they tell everyone their business, or they may even belittle you in some way. I don't know. This reminds me of like Regina George. Like, um, I don't know. I'm getting like a bit of an arrogant energy. could be this person. We have haunted. Someone could be a Scorpio. Memories, flashbacks, traumas, side effects. Um, Creativity steals your idea, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you like an energy vampire. Threatening, intimidating, threatened, bothered. Very like forceful energy too. It's kind of like my way or the highway. I don't know if this, I don't feel like this is the Pisces. Someone here, the way they act, the way they are, again, I don't know who this is, but it's because of their past, because of what they've been through. Maybe a bit of PTSD for someone. All right, let me get a Pisces. What is the hidden truth? Let me take this one. I'm afraid to contact you. I know exactly what I was doing. Maybe in a bit of a narcissistic energy here. All right, Pisces, thank you for watching. Have a great week.